Hey family, we're back. Yeah, we're back for another episode of Oh to Behold. I told you every Thursday I would be dropping a new video with some new content for us to discuss and think about. So happy you've joined me on today. Before we go into our session, listen, I want you to know you need to subscribe. There are some of you who are watching right now who have not subscribed to the channel, so go ahead and push that little button and subscribe. Also be sure to like, share, and comment. I do follow up with your comments when you put them in the comment section, so I look forward to conversing with you in the comments. And if you want to get support around any coaching or anything that's happening in your life, especially surrounding relationships, any type of planning that's going on, I would love to connect with you. You can reach out to me at ohtobehold@gmail.com. All right, I look forward to hearing from you. So let's dive right on in. Today's topic, we're going to discuss making peace with being misunderstood. Making peace with being misunderstood. This is a struggle that I have had to deal with pretty much all of my life, and it has taken so many years for me to really learn how to deal with being misunderstood. That is just like a uncomfortable feeling for me, and over the years I really had to in recent years I've really had to dig deeply to see, like, where does that come from? And so I recognize that one thing about me, I like to be liked. I think I have a great personality. I don't try to make enemies, that type of thing. So for somebody not to like me for some reason, that does something to me, and so yeah, I had to dig deeply around that. And some of that, early on in life, it was a direct reflection of, my low self-esteem and wanting to be liked by people and accepted by people, and then being willing to do certain things, and nothing too crazy, but still putting myself out for other people just so that I could be liked, and that's never a good thing. And so yeah, I wanted to discuss this topic about making sure that you are making peace with being misunderstood. You have to know, in being misunderstood, that means that something may have happened, and directly the person that you were interacting with misunderstood what you did, misunderstood what you said, or being misunderstood by someone misrepresenting something that you did or said. All right, how one situation can happen, but how somebody else perceives what happened, and they go back and tell somebody else what happened, and the story changes and it's misrepresented, or you've been somebody says something that is their belief system about you, so they tell other people what they think about you, which those people tend to take on that same feeling about you, even though that may not have been your interaction with them. You may have never even met the person before, and they don't like you because of what someone else said. Ooh, that bothers me. That burns me up on the inside. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful to know that somebody will dislike you or mistreat you because of someone else's opinion of you. And they themselves have not had an opportunity to really get to know who you are and understand who you are, and maybe not even have all the details, which in most instances, they don't have all the details of what really happened. It's one side of the story. So being misunderstood is it's not a good feeling. And I'll just share, like, in relationships, when I've dated people and ended up having to end the relationship, some of the things that bothered me the most were what will he tell his family about me? What will he tell his family? Now, I may have met their family and all of that, but still, that's their loved one. So what will he say, to his family about me now that we've broken up? Or what will he tell his friends about me now that we've broken up? Or will he tell both sides of the story? Or, of course, just give his jaded side? Of course, we all have our own side of the story, but, if you're really trying to be a person of integrity, you try to, give the most honest side of the situation. But again, that is your vantage point. So, of course, all of it may not be true from the other person's vantage point, but it bothers me that a person, if I've broken up with them, what side of the story, or how will they tell and recall the story to someone else? And that bothers me. But at the end of the day, regardless of how, you may be misrepresented or how you may be misunderstood, you can't force people to change their perspective of you. You can't force that. That is something that will have to possibly come in time. Sometimes you never get the opportunity to give your side of the story, or never get an opportunity to meet the person that may feel that way about you, to let them know that's not true about me, or that's been misrepresented about me. And so you have to be okay with that. And it's easier said than done, because even though I'm talking on this topic, it's still something that I have to be intentional around my thinking on, when this happens to me. Or, actually there are still situations currently where I know I've been misrepresented, or where I feel that, the person will misrepresent what happened between us or what was said between us. And I have to be okay with that, and you have to end up being okay with that, and that's just where I am in life. Have to accept that you may not ever get an opportunity to clear up a situation, and but in time, I do believe that truth can be revealed. The truth can be revealed about you, and about who you are, and about that situation, or something, that the opportunity can be, but the opportunity can be given to you, to be able to correct that, or to, bring more light to the situation than what may have been provided to the person that it was shared with, or the person that you may have directly interacted with. It's just a tough place to be, especially when in your heart that's not me. That's really not who I am. But what I found out? That, people know people. Even in situations where I have dated somebody and maybe we've broken up, I have had family members to come back and, say things like, girl, we know you didn't do that. Or, girl, we know him. We know how he is, and I'm sure some of you have had to deal with the same thing. It's kind of like, oh, I'm glad they really got to know the truth of who I am, versus, that person's, the person that I was dating, or whoever it was, that depiction of who they gave of me. So those opportunities have happened, but I want to say that, even though I've experienced being misunderstood, and I've even been lied on. I know some of you have experienced, like, that's just a flat-foot lie. That is just not the truth. Nothing even close to that happened. Have you experienced that? That's probably the worst. That's worse than, something being misrepresented versus a lie, just a flat-out lie. It didn't happen. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. But I found that even in those situations, I have had to stay quiet and wait patiently. Ooh, child. Ooh, stay quiet and wait. That is not easy to do. That is not easy to do when, especially if the person is not telling the truth, or what's being spread about you is not the truth. But I have definitely been in situations where I heard God say, or the Spirit of God lift up in my spirit, that wait, be quiet and wait. Don't lash out, because that's what we want to do. We want to be able to just lash out and say what's on our mind. And no, that didn't happen. And yes, it did happen like this. And no, she lied and he lied. And I'm gonna tell everybody this, that, and the other. This, that, and the third, as they say. But that's not the way to respond when things like that happen. It's best to just be quiet and wait, and that's what I had to do. I had to obey God, stay quiet, and wait. And most times it took years. Sometimes it's been a quick turnaround where I've been able to, had the opportunity to talk to the person, or be someone else was able to justify or bring out the truth about a situation for me, or spoke on my behalf and was able to bring truth to the situation. But in most instances, it has taken years. I'm talking about decades, decades for some illumination of truth to come to pass. Okay, and some things I'm still waiting on, and I know there are others of you, you're still waiting for the truth, the real truth, to be revealed about what somebody else lied or misrepresented or misunderstood about what you did or what you said. Okay? All right. So I just want to challenge you to really think about, yes, being misunderstood is a tough spot to be in. Trust me, again, I'm still struggling with it. I still struggle with it still now. But what I'm realizing is, again, as I said before, you can't force people to have a certain perspective about you. And you can't chase down lies, because the more you say, the more you chase down lies, you really are removing the opportunity for God to fix it for you. Okay? And yes, it doesn't feel good, and you may have to go through life for a period of time just like people believing the wrong thing about you. And that's not a good feeling, because in your heart that's not what happened, or that's not what you said, or that's not what you did. But at the end of the day, God knows the truth. God knows the truth. And even if you did err in something that you did, if your heart and your motive was in the right place, you still want to be able to rectify that situation, if possible, with them, so you can get it right. And sometimes that takes time for that to come back around. So I just want, again, for you to, for those of you who may struggle with being misunderstood, there may be some of you be like, child, I don't care what they think about me, who cares? And if you feel that way, and if you're able to move through life that way, that's cool. But for me, I do care about what people think about me in terms of my character. Now, if it's just some little petty stuff and people gonna say what they're gonna say, that's different. But when you attack my character, that's a whole different set of beans. That's a whole different, thing that makes me feel like, okay, you're making me out to be something that I'm really not. You've attacked my character. You're saying I'm not a person of integrity, or I'm a gossiper, or, you can just name whatever it is, and I don't like that. Don't attack my character. All right. You might can say, ooh, her hair was nappy, or something like that, or whatever it is, but don't attack my character. And that's where the struggle is for me in trying to rectify being misunderstood. But I have found in life that you have to be patient. You have to be quiet, and God will make the situation right for you. He will bring it back around. I'm a believer of everything must come full circle. And I just believe in time, it will come back around. And whether you're able to do it for yourself or somebody else does it for you, either way, things can turn around where the very thing that was misunderstood about you is now understood. Okay? All right. Well, y'all, this is it for today. Understanding that being misunderstood is a part of life, but you have to learn how to make peace with that thing. Make peace with it, and not allow you to take on the discomfort and the sadness or depression or the feelings that are connected with being misunderstood. You don't have to carry that because you can't control it. You can't control what other people feel about you, okay? You can't control that. So I just hope this encouraged you on today and you're able to move forward in your life and not allow yourself to be stunted by being misunderstood. All right. Thank you again for joining me. I thank you for subscribing to the page. If you have not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe to the page. Share this with others. Like it. Hit that little thumbs up for me. Like it, and then put your comments. Thank you for those of you who always put comments in the comment section. I appreciate that dialogue of us going back and forth. And again, if you want us to connect with any type of coaching services, please reach out to me at otobehold@gmail.com. All right. Thank you guys again for joining me. Holy Rollers, love you guys, and we'll see you next time. God bless.